Hi, my name is Valerie Davidson, and I'm from Albuquerque, New Mexico. Okay. This has been a long time coming for me. I was diagnosed with generalized anxiety disorder about 25 years ago, and chronic pain. Headaches, neck pain, jaw pain, all this stuff for years. And I'm one of the people that spent a lot of money, like Laura back there, hundreds of thousands of dollars, and never got anywhere with it. I knew I had the family issues. I knew I came from a dysfunctional family. There's so much dysfunction there. We all have our problems, but I'm getting rid of mine now. About 4 years ago, I told myself, I'm not going anywhere else but inside. I'm not gonna go anyplace out there. There's no more doctors. There's no more therapists. There's no more body work. I've done it all. I've had rocks. I went to one time back in Chicago. I was on a vacation back home to see family, and there was a whole life expo or something, and they were selling rocks, and there was one rock that you could actually purchase that said that it like pulled the pain out of your body. I mean, I have done everything. But 4 years ago when I said I'm going in, I started meditating, I started practicing yoga, and I still wasn't getting the changes. And then I read a book by Dr. John Sarno about 3.5 years ago, and I knew then, because I knew there was a mind-body connection. I knew there was something inside that was preventing me from healing, and I knew that I had to find the answer to it, and that nobody else was going to be able to do it for me. There was something inside me, there was something in me that was saying, you don't deserve to heal. And so I set out to learn to love and accept myself, because I have 2 daughters. My oldest one was here with me over the weekend for the transformational weekend, and I've showed them how to live a life with anxiety and pain, and now I have to show them the way out, because nobody else is going to do it, and they need me. So I decided to go back to school a couple of years ago. So where's Manny? It's not too late. I started 25 years ago. Did my associates in liberal arts, and I turned 50 in April and graduated with my bachelor's degree with a 4.27 GPA, which I didn't even know was possible. And I didn't know what I was going to do after that point. I didn't know if it was a master's program or a mind-body coaching program or something. So in March, one of my friends said, why don't you become an EFT practitioner specializing in chronic pain? Well, I'm still in the chronic pain, but I still knew that there was something in the EFT that was close to I knew that there was something there. And I had been practicing EFT for a couple of years, so I thought that's the route I'm going to go. So I thought I'll schedule an appointment with somebody that is an EFT practitioner, somebody renowned. The World Tapping Summit had just taken place, and I heard a talk by Julie Schiffman, and so I emailed her and scheduled a session. And she told me that it was about 3 weeks out. So in the meantime, I started listening to her videos online on the YouTube. One morning, I was cleaning house, and I had my little phone tucked into my pocket, and the videos were just scrolling, and Robert Smith came up. And I listened to that video. I don't even remember the number, but I listened to it over, and I listened to like 3 times then, and I said, you know what, I remember hearing him before. I remember a couple of years ago that I had heard you talk in my search with the regular EFT, and it just clicked. It was like, this is everything that I've been looking for, and I knew that that was the answer. And so I just thought, you know what, I'm just gonna, that later that evening, I listened to some more of the YouTube videos, and the next day, I called Julie Schiffman, and I said, you know what, I'm canceling my appointment so you can open it up for somebody else. I'm going with Faster EFT. And she tried to tell me something about how she uses a peace thing at the end of her sequence, but I never looked back. So I finished, I graduated, I bought the training, the ultimate training program, and I started working it. And the perfectionist that I am, which is part of the reason that I think I do, put so much pressure on myself internally for all these reasons that are way back here in my unconscious mind, trying to keep me safe. But that perfectionist wanted me to get through the entire level 1 before I came here. And I set out to do that in June. And then on July 1st, my mother, who is the most difficult relationship in my life, she went into the hospital. I hadn't seen her in over a year, and she lives right across town. She went in vomiting blood, and they did an emergency surgery. Had to intubate her. She had some type of a gastric volvula, some type of her stomach was twisted, and she was in ICU for a month. She's still in the hospital. I know how you say, best place to find your problems is go to a family reunion. Well, mine came to me on July 1st. My brother came to town, who hadn't seen my mother in 8 years. My sister came from out of town. My youngest brother is in jail on a restraining order put out by her. And so there's just all this shit going on, and the pain in my body is just, ramped up, yet I'm at the hospital every day driving, like 44 miles round trip to the hospital to see her every day, just to be there for her because I don't want her to be alone. And so I wondered, do I take this trip? Do I do this for myself? Or do I stay there with her? And I realized that this is my life. And I'm the only one that can fix me. And I have so much faith. I have not really experienced much of change on my own. I have the peace journal that has a dove on it, and I don't have one thing written in it because it's the whole of it that I've been looking at, the big problem of the chronic pain. That's been my main focus. So I came here. I was fortunate enough to apply for the scholarship, so I got a break on half of it, which was great. And then I found myself over there one day, and I talked to Laura, and I went for her package, for the Crossfire package. So I feel almost as if I kind of missed an opportunity to make some really good close friends here, like some of you have maybe spent a lot of time with each other. I was doing the deep work. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, I had intense sessions and went to a place that I didn't even know was there. 25 years ago, when this all started, my grandmother was dying of cancer, and I was working at a place where my boss was sexually harassing me. And I've carried that shame and that guilt all these years. And Laura helped me and it was actually the next night. It wasn't during the Crossfire. There were some major changes during the Crossfire, but that next night, after watching Heather's video, because I related so much to Heather's story and how it's just been this ongoing problem, and I was just noticing, I thought that I had tapped out, that not deserving to be in pain, but I noticed it was still being triggered. So I was taking notes throughout that, and then I was going for my follow-up session with Laura afterwards, and I handed her that paper and I said, there's still some shit here, we got to do this. So we did end up going to that place, and that place 25 years ago when that boss was, and that's where it started. And so she taught me, she helped me to let go of that pain and that experience, but to hold the good memories of it. And I did remember that he did do some good things for me. He taught me to do my own taxes. I've never let anybody else do my taxes. And the other thing that he taught, that he did for me, is that he saw the potential in me. Him and his wife actually started sending me to classes at the community college for accounting, and they sent me to a Dale Carnegie course in human relations and public speaking. And this morning I realized that, so that when I did that class, I had to give a talk one night in that class about an accomplishment and to have an exhibit. And so I had, at the time, I was 21 years old and I was just getting my own apartment, so I had just picked up the keys, and so I gave this talk and I held up my keys as my exhibit. And I did the best talk of the night and I won the award, and it was just a really great evening. And so this morning after I got up, I started thinking about that and about how that was one of his gifts to me, and how Faster EFT is also just an amazing gift. And I thought that I would talk about, how special EFT is in my life right now and how much I believe in it. And to have an exhibit, I thought, well, should I bring a book or something? And I realized it's right here, and it's been on the tips of my fingers all this time, in my own hands. And I just feel so empowered. And I just keep seeing all these things happening. I keep seeing all the little synchronicities. This morning I woke up and I had that Star Wars song stuck in my head. And I'm thinking, why is this song in my head? I hate this song. Not only do I hate this song, I hate Star Wars. But then I thought, why do I hate Star Wars? So I Googled it. Star Wars came out in 1977. That was the year my parents said, we're moving from Chicago and we're going to go to New Mexico or Colorado or Arizona or somewhere. So I just started tapping about that. And, I started tapping through it. I know I have so much to tap through, but I really do feel like I came here on blind faith because I didn't have any personal experience. The day that I woke up to go on the trip, I said, I'm going. I asked for signs. Am I going to go? Should I go? Well, a few days before I wondered, should I go? And I heard the song Let It Go on the radio, and I never hear it. And then the morning of the seminar, Saturday morning, I woke up and I said, today is the first day of the rest of my life. And I truly do feel some amazing shifts here. And I'm grateful for all of you people here. And I plan to take Faster EFT to the world. So thank you to Laura and to Nicola for my crossfire. They were both amazing, and I just feel so grateful to be here. So thank you all.